Hello. Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Fathur from Ranger Finance. We're a perps aggregator on Solana. So without further ado, I'll welcome Meow from the co-founder of Jupiter. Meow, please.
Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah, so hi everyone. So thank you for coming to our talk. We'll be talking about Jupiter's vision for blockchain mass adoption.
Let's go.
And yeah, if you guys don't know this, Meow, he's the cat behind Jupiter and the leader of all the cats on Solana.
No.
So
Just cats.
Yeah. So without further ado, I think Jupiter, it's been a success. It's one of the small. Yeah, it is the biggest DEX on Solana right now. And yeah, I wanted to pick your brain into how we actually got here.
So Jupiter is currently the most used trading platform, in DeFi, right? And we did about 78 billion in volume,
Nice.
about 31 billion per volume, right? In Q1, and about 3 million have wallets that use us so far, right? I think as a protocol, right, you are kind of dependent on many stacks of usage, right? Your bottom at the bottom level is crypto, right? How well is crypto adoption going, right? Are people using crypto? Are people accepting crypto? And next level is Solana, right? And next level is Jupiter. So I feel like it's a very hard question to answer, like what we did. But I think one thing that I think we kind of like understood extremely well, I think is that we don't exist in a silo, right? It's actually extremely important for us to kind of really collaborate with like everyone. Whether it's like with the general crypto system, with the Solana ecosystem, or with other partners, right, and users. So I think that's actually one thing that actually we did. I think we really worked extremely hard on it, right? I think people tend to ask me like how do you guys grow so fast? And I think my main point to say that is that like dudes, man, there were 2 years that we didn't grow, man. You know, right? Remember those brutal years, like from after like basically I think 1 year before FTX to 1 year after FTX.
Yes.
Right? Like if you think of FTX as like the pivotal moment, right? There's a before and after, and I think that those like before and after there was no growth, right? Volume was not up, there was no excitement, everyone was like shitting on shit, right? So there actually really wasn't the excitement that's today.
Yeah.
I think what really helped was that we just worked our ass, man.
Yes.
Right? It's like you were there, right? You seen us work, man.
Yep.
We just worked our ass, right? We worked our ass like through we okay. So I think that even though like volumes and usage in that period was like not great, but it's good.
What development?
NPS, like Net Promoter Score, right? Like we have one metric. So even though all the traditional metrics were like going down, but if we focus on one metric, how happy were users?
Nice.
Interesting. So I feel like I think that was the thing that we did like really hard on and worked really hard on the bad years.
Great.
I mean, I think we all tend to focus on the bull years, right? Like when it's bull, everyone's happy, right? Markets are pumping, everyone's getting richer, money parties, right? But I think for us, I think the most important thing, right, is resilience, right? And also the ability to work through like hard times.
Yes.
And because I think during the hard times is where winners are made, I think. Yeah.
I 100% agree with you. I think definitely seen like the Jup team been building since the bear market, and back then I think I mean even till now you guys are really focused on bringing the best products for your users, right? That's the main like agenda that you guys really want to focus on back then. But now itself, and
now it's like interesting, right? Because before that we were mostly a product shop.
Yes.
Right. Now we are a lot more than product shops, right? We have and it's almost like Jupiter now, as with any like sufficient size project, right? It's like there's a product element to it. There's a very strong community element as well. There's this like very strong like symbol, the token.
Yes.
Right. So it's a token, there's a community, and a product.
Yep.
So I tend to refer to these things as like the three heads of Jupiter, right? You have like the three, we call it the three moons, right? Right? Like the product is one moon, the community is one moon, and the token is one moon.
Yes.
So these are our three anchor that we go around.
I see. Yeah. So recently as well, like I've seen like growing there's a new thing that's coming out like for Jupiter. You guys want to post. You guys are pushing the towards a decentralized meta itself, right?
Yeah.
So can you elaborate like more towards that and why this vision?
So guys, I think crypto is a problem.
Okay, what's the problem?
We are all obsessed about buying crypto.
Okay.
No, seriously. Crypto, right, confuses people owning crypto, right,
Okay.
with using crypto.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give an example. Okay, now assuming a world, right, where guys, assuming a world where everyone has Bitcoin, okay, but then they own the Bitcoin by ETF, right? So everyone has a Bitcoin via ETF.
Yep.
So is the world more decentralized, more centralized?
More centralized.
More centralized, for sure, right? So you can have the whole world owning Bitcoin, but have the world become more centralized.
Yeah.
For sure, right? So, but obviously, what we obsessed about that, right? Obsessed about Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs, and guys, the pump isn't even that great. Okay. Come on, man. It's like, I mean, as far as I feel, that's actually one big problem, right? So I think the whole idea about decentralized meta, right, is the idea that we want to focus a lot, not just on the not just on the idea of like having crypto, but also using crypto, right?
Nice.
Like, so the meta, so the decentralized meta is like this term that we coined, right? That we came up with to describe a world where like decentralized systems are deeply embedded in everyone's lives. Right? What does it mean?
Got it.
It means that, okay, on a daily basis, people use payment, the remittances, and all these things. They use crypto, right? Use decentralized systems, right? And the second thing that means is that it means that actually for their daily needs, right? For example, they need to access forex or stocks or like options, right? They use, or like stables. They use decentralized markets,
Got it.
right? And the third one is that means that and third one is that people actually start to use like decentralized financing for their buying a car, you're selling company, you need access to financing. You're using decentralized financing, right? So the decentralized meta essentially refers to three things, right? It means that it refers to a world where everyone's using decentralized financial systems, decentralized markets, and decentralized financing for their needs, right? So that's the kind of whole thing. Because I think when we get there, and we know that it's possible, we know that because for anyone who actually use decentralized services and contrast that to using a bank, right? You know how big difference is, 100%, right? So at a technical level. And there's no reason why it can't be done. Yeah.
So that is the whole like the vision of like how Jupiter wants to push towards a decentralized meta itself. So what are some
we call it a meta because TradFi is a bit like a zoo, right?
okay
It's a zoo, right? It's like each you have enclosures, right? You can't travel between them, right? And you eat whatever you eat. You can't like the elephants can't go mingle with the pandas, something like shit. You know what I'm saying?
where's the cat enclosure though?
What's that?
The cat's enclosure.
Too many. Too many cats. Yeah. Cats hate being trapped.
I see.
Cats hate it.
So like it's a very interesting meta as
It's
well.
good the meta.
Cats are the
Cats
meta.
prefer the meta.
Cats prefer the meta, yeah. So I think definitely like everyone is too obsessed, with just owning crypto itself. But decentralization is more than just owning the crypto itself. So how does Jupe want to get there? How do you envision to push the plan to Jupe towards getting people to adopt the decentralized meta?
First of all, I think that it's not just Jupe. Right? Obviously, right? We are just a player in the game. But I think what we can do is that we can actually take a very, very strong stance towards like the future and see, right? Which actually what I think for us, I think it's actually really, really important to constantly push towards the ideal. I have an ideal in mind, right? What's the ideal we want to see and push towards that? That's firstly, right? And second thing is that I think at the usage level, we just recently announced Jupiter Mobile. So we are going to basically not just invest like development resources, but also develop a lot of community resources and also incentives to try to make it like the most widely adopted decentralized app.
Nice.
Yep. And then and from there I think we can do a lot. Yeah. So that's second thing. And thirdly and secondly is that we also are working on a initiative called the GUM, the Giant Unified Market, where we want to bring as many like assets into one state machine as possible, right? Namely Solana and Jupiter. Yeah. So we think that's such a big deal because you can actually easily go between like WenCoin and Lambo. You know what I'm saying? Right? When Lambo, right? Okay, easily go between. Okay, you go from like bond or real estate stock to like options. So and those are things that in a single transaction, right? So those are things that it will be interesting because like in traditional centralized markets, you can't get there. You can only get there with like decentralized markets, right? So it's interesting. I think the one is that the third initiative that we're pushing on is the GDSC, the Global Decentralized Stock Market, where we want to actually allow off-chain companies to get on-chain financing. Yeah. So those are three things. Yeah. I think if we make progress on these three things this year, I'll be very happy. Yeah.
See, so this three aims is really to firstly is obviously the main game plan for Jupiter towards like pushing.
Basically, I think we have a platform right now that works pretty well, right? Honestly though, Jules, I'm telling you, man, like so many issues. So I spent my entire day working through technical issues and bugs and shit. But beyond those things, right? I think we do want to actually push on three things, right? Like aka like decentralized systems and apps. So more and more people actually start to use. We get to a critical mass of users, right? And secondly, we get to a critical advantage for decentralized markets because again, you can't I actually genuinely believe that if you get enough different kind of markets into one state machine.
Explain the different type of markets.
Yeah, whether it's RWAs or Forex or meme coins or wrap tokens, anything, right? Into a market. Allow users to instantly swap between all of them.
Yep.
Right? I think it's a game changer. And the third one is obviously if we can actually start to break the monopoly of centralized systems on financing the off-chain companies, that's the thing. Yeah.
So are we envisioning something like, you want to trade, for example, like stock exchanges like on Solana itself where you can easily swap it to, let's say, Bonk or even like When? Is there something that
Yeah. I mean, two things, right? It's like, first of all, stocks, yes. I think part of it is like kind of bringing tokenized stocks on chain, right? But the other thing is creating new tokenized stocks.
I see.
Right, so it's a big difference, right? It's like, the one is, okay, you're taking stocks that is already on, say, Nasdaq or Wall Street and also like the German stock exchange, SGX, right? And tokenizing those, right? That is one part of it. The other part of it that's also really interesting, right, is that how do we kind of create tokenized stock exchange? AK, for example, say you have a really successful e-commerce company, right?
Yep.
You have a community. You have a community that is like backing you.
Yep.
Already, right? You have proof points of your auditing and everything. Why do this on chain?
Yeah.
Right, guys, think about it. Right, what is crypto really good at? Crypto is really good at three things, and not a lot of things, but three things. Crypto is really good at three things, right? But thankfully, important things.
Yes, very important.
Three things. Number one, crypto is really good at global financing. Like instantly, right? Secondly, crypto is really good at creative capital formation. You are not limited by an entire rulebook about how to raise capital. Right? You can literally design your tokenomics or like your systems or anything you want easily. Right? And thirdly, crypto is great at community. There's nothing that spins out a new community like crypto. Okay? So think about it. If you're a company that wants capital, what do you want? What's the first thing you want? You want global financing. You want the whole world to finance you. Am I right? The second thing that you want is that you want to you want to kind of be able to kind of raise capital your way, right? Thirdly is that you actually want a community now to support you, not just to have a stock, but to support you, right? Yeah, crypto does that, right? So what you need, what we need is we need to build a new web of trust. Basically we need a system where like, the companies will trust on chain financing. We need a system where we need a listing venue that people trust. And then we also need a new set of auditors that will be able to do their job. So that's the thing that Jupiter wants to build.
Yeah.
Like off-chain financing for on-chain companies. Why not? Let's go.
Very nice, very nice. I think definitely what you said like really resonated like with me as well in terms of like crypto, being very good at these three things, which is one of the most
amazing.
It's really amazing.
I guys don't get it, man. People I don't get it at all. It's like people always talk about how like crypto has no use case. It's not fucking stupid, bro. It's like the use case are in front of us, like liquidity. Like crypto is amazing liquidity. The single use case of crypto is liquidity. How is that not a use case? How is liquidity not a use case?
It is. It's one of the biggest use cases in crypto as well.
No, it's the biggest case in the world, bro.
100%.
No, seriously, liquidity is like probably the basic healthcare. Yes. Right, like I would say that like, there are very, very few that like you have like transportation, healthcare, liquidity is up there. As an industry.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one thing that I think Jupe is doing like very well as well, and you always mention is community, right? So Jupe's community is obviously like very strong. Like we've seen it.
We hope.
Yeah, we've seen it on crypto and towards the launch itself and whatever products that you guys always launch. You guys always keep your community happy and and they're always very excited about Jupiter. So what are some of like your frameworks, or like how do you like connect community together with like the whole overall Jupiter business itself, or the roadmap?
I think okay, this is gonna be a bit controversial, okay?
Yep.
Alright, but I think you talk shit.
Really?
No, you talk shit.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. No, seriously, I think talking shit is very important.
I see. So it like talking shit in terms of like connecting the community, or like why do you feel that way actually?
No, because I feel like crypto is fucking boring, man.
Okay.
No, seriously, I feel like 99.9999% of communities are fucking boring.
Okay.
Right? They come on, don't laugh, you guys know it's true.
Okay, so
it's like you have very boilerplate answers, you have very boilerplate statements,
Yep.
very boilerplate ideas, very boilerplate communication style, right? It's like I always tell my team, right? It's like if does it sound like ChatGPT can write this?
Yeah.
Right? No, it's a simple as right. You it's like I actually want to have a website called did ChatGPT write this? You know, right? Because if your communications and your thinking and your strategies sounds like it can be written by ChatGPT, it's not interesting, bro.
Yeah.
Right? It's not interesting. It's not interesting. Right? So I think for us, I think we place a lot of like effort in terms of just being able to share what we think without like a lot of constraints.
Yes.
And also to like try to think about like the truly original ideas that again, like are your ideas in ChatGPT already?
I see. So it really just bring out like new ideas, as well as like really
like new ideas, like very genuine comms, regular comms, authentic comms, and I think that's important. Yeah, I think for us, one thing I'm trying to get better at is to it's like a fuck up comms.
Right, yeah.
Right, because you always fuck up.
Yes,
right. If you don't fuck up, you're not interesting.
True.
So I think for us, but when you fuck up, you fuck up, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like it's actually really important to also just communicate in a not just when things are bad, good, when they're bad, right? Because when things are good, I mean, everyone is easy to communicate, right?
Yes, of course.
Right? But when things are not that great, how do you communicate?
Yes.
Right. So that's kind of like the thing that we are really thinking about. Yeah.
I see. Interesting as well. I like how like you approach it in such a like open manner. In terms of the community. Just doesn't
Let's talk shit.
matter, right? Yeah.
Let's talk shit. It's cool.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter of like what the community like. It does matter, but like it's how you are really there for your community. Like that's what I think. You did. I think that's what you did very well in terms of like going towards like the TG or towards like the product itself. Like you are always there. I'm
telling you, man. But it's not so simple, man. It's like
of course, it's not simple.
It's like you can be there, but things don't go as well as it could, right? I mean, you saw what happened after the launch, man.
Yes, I saw.
Right? It was like, I mean, we literally, I mean, we tried our best.
Yes.
Right? But there was still a lot of like issues with it.
Yeah.
And then there's like the funny thing is that, but here's the thing, it's like even though there was actually there's an extreme level of like we were the most like Fathur project, right? Like in all of crypto back then, right? Some was saying that wow, the only thing they saw more Fathur than Juke was Solana at $8. You know what I mean, right? So some was saying that it's quite true, right? It's very true. I think what actually got us like beyond that curve was the idea that was basically the idea that because but it was because I think we worked so hard on like documenting everything. On like I mean, if you read my Twitter or forum posts, they're long.
Oh, they're super long.
They're very long, right? But it's like proof of work, right? I did this work to document my things, right?
Right.
So it's like you can and then and also I spend like hours on live stream, right, with the users too, right? And community. So I think and end of the day, I feel like but that was ultimately I think what was extremely helpful, right? Because when I went on like because even though there was a lot of like critique, right? But then, I mean, but when I went on Laurashin, I went on Defiant, Trustless, under all these podcasts, right? I was able to point that, hey guys, look, these are all documented. These are all there, all communicated, So I feel like that was actually very important for us. Yeah. So I think, so basically, I think, when you're open and everything, it doesn't mean that things go your way. It doesn't mean the community agree. Even recently, like our community fight all the time. But at least I think at the very least, right, it's like it's underpinned, by something solid. That's how I think about it. Yeah. I think most people think of community as a way to pump their stuff, right? I actually think of it opposite. I think of community a lot more as foundation. Yeah, it's like
Your core base.
yeah. It's more like at the end of the day, what matters, not so much pump your back, but more like okay, let's work together to make something great. Yeah.
I see. I think definitely like a lot of crypto projects that we've seen these days don't take it that way. Like your base of users, your community is really your power users. And we've seen like a lot of like statistics as well. Like on my side, like your strongest users are always like the first core base users like of your community itself. And you always need to encourage them or like be very transparent with them just to get like shit moving. For example, if like what you say, if you mess up something, just talk to them about it and if they fight it, yeah, sure, like let us know like what we can do better, what we did wrong, what we did right, so that everyone improves together.
So in crypto it's interesting, right? Because it goes slightly beyond the idea of like users, right? It's almost like I feel like guys, I'm telling you, man, like there was this very, very clear transition point from product to community.
Okay.
Right. Token.
I see.
And I will argue that but sometimes it doesn't happen, right? For example, you can see with some projects, they have a token, they have no token, they have product, right? That's a token, but there was no community afterwards.
Yeah.
I've seen that many times.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times.
A lot of times. So it's like they didn't make the shift from being a product into a community.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
That step itself is not taken like well care. Like,
yeah. It's not that easy, right?
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy,
right? It's like it's almost like so it's almost like a phase transition. It's like from ice to water or water to vapor, right? Yes. And there's something to change.
Yes.
Right. It's not just about the same old. Yeah. So I feel like that's actually, and you can't handle ice. So okay, guys think about it, right? Ice, water, and water vapor.
Yep.
Right. Same thing. Same like atomic molecule, same atomic, right? But the way you handle ice and handle water, very completely different.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I think we understood well.
I see.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, sorry, I don't. No, sorry. Take it back. I don't think I understood well. Sorry. I think we understood the importance.
I see.
And we tried really hard to navigate that.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. So right now, I would say that you're kind of handling, like the way you put it, you're handling all three states together, right? Kind of, right? So,
it's actually an interesting point. Like it's almost like today alone, like last 12 hours, last 24 hours alone, I was like on like 3 engineering calls trying to figure out, debug like all the low level details of why something doesn't work. And then on the other hand, and then right afterwards, I had to go and pop to the community to talk to them about the coming plans, what's going on, how to get them excited, and vote and do the DAO vote next week.
Yep.
There's a big DAO vote next week.
Yes.
Right. And then after, obviously, I keep looking at the CoinGecko.
Okay. I mean, yeah, definitely. Like I think a lot of like crypto projects in general, like they try to avoid like one side, just but in the end, all three things matter.
All three things matter. I mean, like I actually personally, I feel like what of the biggest like mental things I had to get. What are the biggest like mental things I get over, right? Is that I had to get over the idea that like a lot of builders, right?
Yeah.
They go, oh, I'm all about the product. I'm like, fuck you, bro. Right? I mean, like, wrong business, bro.
Yeah, I like, we don't need to hide it. That all three things are important. Like,
for the full stop.
Yeah, they are important. Full stop. There's no like comma or like whatever adjectives you wanna put it. But
I feel like the reason why I think a lot of people gravitate more towards product or tech is because those feels like more manageable.
Got it. Yeah.
I mean, they feel like more manageable and they feel like it's easier for them to do. But I think but what actually I think is important is that there are definitely ways to, I would say, treat things in a deeply synergistic way.
Yeah, I think biggest takeaway is honestly like these three things, like you can't take it separately. It's all intertwined, and you just gotta care about it. I think we are close to our time really. We got 30 seconds left. You got anything else you wanna talk about Jupe to the guys here?
Nah, I mean, just want to say that like for anyone who has been involved in Jupe, one way or the other, as a user, as a community member, as a cadet, or as a supporter or critic, thank you so much. It's actually like attention is the biggest like scarce resource.
Yes, in
today,
crypto.
right? Not just crypto, anywhere.
Everywhere.
Anywhere, right? It's not money, it's not tech, it's nothing. It's attention. So if you have given us your attention, I thank you so much. And I hope to repay you with good faith. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for giving us your attention as well. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.